Now the secret life of Belle. When Belle offered to take the place of her father in the Beast's castle, her love for her father made her brave. She didn't feel as courageous later. The castle was so huge and dark. The dreary shadows seemed to hide things. She wondered what misfortune awaited around the next gloomy corner. Belle never knew when the Beast would appear from nowhere and scare her nearly to death. So Belle crept around the mysterious castle like a timid mouse. For Belle, the grand staircase was the worst part of the depressing castle. Coming down the broad stairs filled her with fear. She couldn't tell where the edges of the shadowy steps were. She could barely see the bottom of the stairway from high at the top where her bedroom was. Hungry, Belle knew she'd have to go down to the dining room. She grabbed the railing closest to her. She never knew when the Beast might be hiding in the shadows at the bottom of the stairs and spring out to surprise her. Before she could take the first step, she heard the clock chiming the dinner hour behind her on the landing. She'd miss dinner if she didn't hurry. Then a strange thing happened. The tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock from the clock's resonant case now seemed to chant, "He's there, he's there, he's there." Belle jumped back as the clock whispered, "I'll help, I'll help, I'll help." She turned to see the clock smiling. "See that book on the shelf? Put it on your head and try to keep it on your head while you walk up here on the landing." "I'll be late for dinner," Belle said as she balanced the book on her head. It fell off on her third step. She picked it up and put it back. "How does this help?" "Keep practicing. You'll not be late. I chimed the hour early. The book on your head will force you to walk smoothly. If you move your head, it will fall off. If you walk with gentle, even steps, the book will stay on and you'll look confident like a princess. Pretend the book is a crown. When you're balancing a crown, you have to walk smoothly. You can't separate each step because that makes your head jerk with each step." Belle liked that idea, but each time she forgot and took a lurching step, her head pitched forward and the book fell off. "Never jerk from side to side. Instead of each step clip-clopping like my staccato tick-tocking, walk like a long sound of my bell chiming as it floats smoothly in the air. Your steps will flow together softly. Connect each step that you take down the stairs together, as though they are beads connected on a string." It didn't take long until she could walk smoothly with the book balanced on her head. The clock complimented, "You're great, great, great. But now it's really time to go down to dinner." Belle put the book back on the shelf and started down as the clock cautioned, "Be careful. It's safer if you lean back while going downstairs. If you misstep, you'll sit back on the stair behind you. Plus, you'll seem to float proudly down like a princess. Remember the smoothness you learned with the book on your head. Then you'll flow from one step to the next. Pretend you're balancing a crown on your head while you go down the stairs." Belle took the first step with her head held high as the clock continued to advise, "I want you to look like your princess self because the Beast is watching. He's not really bad. He needs saving. If you can walk down those stairs proudly, he'll begin to listen to what you say about how unfair he is to hold you captive for your father's careless mistake. I know that more important than your looking like a princess is your having love and charity of a genuine princess, but first you've got to get his attention." Belle followed this good advice, and the Beast did take notice. Instead of jumping out at her, he stepped into the light and offered her his arm to escort her to dinner like a gentleman. Gradually, charity and respect for others broke the spell, and changed the beast back into a prince, and Belle was his princess.